It effectively diminishes even dark circles caused by heredity. To participate in the Hydrolyze trial and see results risk-free, call 1-800-522-0884. Fragile capillaries around the eye can leak, allowing blood to pool beneath the skin like an ugly bruise. But right now, you can join the thousands of people who have seen their dark circles fade away, watched as bags literally disappeared from view. Participate in the free trial by calling today. If you're serious about getting rid of your dark circles or bags around the eyes, you are eligible to participate and experience results with Hydrolyze. Call this number today, 1-800-522-0884. Once more, that's 1-800-522-0884.
San Diego 1700.
XBE 1700 AM, Tecate, Baja California.
Online, on demand, on your time. San Diego1700.com.
Mexico is celebrating their 200th birthday. As Mexico continues to grow, it is now more important than ever to reach out and help your neighbors. The country has endured a lot in the past 200 years, and they will continue to persevere. Brought to you by the RTC.
You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. We are live and local here in San Diego, bringing you the most important hour in radio, telling you everything they don't want you to know. When I say they, of course I mean the government, the banks, the credit bureaus, of course, media sometimes, and even the Wall Street gangsters. Really, anyone who's out there trying to misinform you, get you to misspend your money, or cause you to lose it for absolutely no reason. Visit MrCreditRadio.com. if you want to send me an email or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. Okay, so Padres, got to talk about it. You can listen to every Padres game right here on San Diego 1700. We still have a 3-game lead after a kind of a punch-in-the-stomach loss last night out in Washington. We got ahead. We never actually were really winning the game, but we were looking good other than the first inning. We are playing Washington again in Washington tonight at 4 p.m., so you can catch that game right here on San Diego 1700. Now, I wanted to jump to a quick story today. We're going to talk about some different debt relief strategies. We're going to talk about bankruptcy a lot, the effect of bankruptcy on your credit. I'm going to squeeze in some credit tips there and have a couple of emails to get to as well. The first thing I'm going to look at here is a story that I've been trying to get to for a few days out of New York, CNN Money, okay? And the headline is that 5 states get mortgage help. So, with all the stuff that's going on, the mortgage crisis, we've talked about it a lot. There's a lot of foreclosures pending. There's a lot of short sales pending. And, obviously short selling, first of all, is the way to go to save your credit. If you're facing foreclosure, you can avoid almost all the damage that's done to your credit with a short sale. And really, it's the 90-day late payment. So I want to kind of bring it all the way back to the very beginning. What is the purpose of the credit scoring model? The purpose of the credit scoring model is to predict who is likely to become 90 days late or more in the next 2 years. That's all they care about, because the banks and bureaus, after dozens of years and millions of case studies, they have decided that once someone goes 90 days late on an obligation, that person is in bad shape, and in most cases they're going to be likely to default again on the other obligations that they haven't gone 90 days late on yet. So anytime you get a 90-day late, you're significantly hurting your credit score. In fact, you're mooting the credit scoring model itself, because what it's designed to predict has now occurred. So when I say things like a 90-day late on a credit card does as much damage to your credit as a bankruptcy, that's what I mean. There's significant items that hurt your score. A 90-day late on a credit card, a collection, a judgment filing, a bankruptcy, a short sale, or foreclosure, those all have the same effect, essentially. Okay, they're a significantly negative item. However, the differences between those items are a collection, for example, is the worst one, because a collection not only causes you to lose that 75 or 100 points, but there's nothing good that can come out of it, and the thing can actually reset itself down the road if it gets sold to another company or they report recent activity on that account. If you look at bankruptcy, for example, you have that, let's say 60 to 80 point hit for the bankruptcy, but you're also wiping out a bunch of really negative, potentially negative stuff. You're wiping out collections. You're wiping out medical debts. You're wiping out your credit card bills that might be behind. You're wiping out, judgments, those things that are also very negative. And that's why your credit score can go higher when you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So the reasons I like it so much. Now, all those things, The reason I bring that up is because I want you to understand that when you're looking at the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure, all right, the number of 90-day late payments has a significant effect. The foreclosure, for example, will haunt you for years. The short sale, you can be done and over with pretty quickly as far as recovering your credit score is concerned. This story about these states getting mortgage help is just another piece of evidence that no one gets it. Okay, listen to this. 5 states hit hard by the mortgage crisis will soon share $1.5 billion in federal funds to help the unemployed and the underwater who owe more than their homes are worth. The Treasury Department approved proposals by Arizona, California, Florida, Michigan, and Nevada. The states will use the money primarily to subsidize homeowners' monthly mortgage payments, meaning they'll use the money to make the monthly mortgage payments for the homeowners and to reduce their principal, pay them down. Some of the funds will also go to paying off second liens or facilitating short sales. Facilitating short sales, I like that idea. That makes more sense. We've got a home we can't afford, making the payment for someone, for a couple months. That doesn't fix the problem. It's what we call a Band-Aid. You don't put on a Band-Aid when you need stitches. You need stitches, you need to get stitched up. So in this case, that's what they're doing. They're putting a Band-Aid on this thing. Now, the reason that I bring this up is because facilitating short sales, that finally is something that makes sense. If you're in a home that you can't afford, short selling your home is the thing that makes the most sense to do. You save your credit, you move on, you're going to pay less, you can live in a house that's the exact same size probably for a lot less, especially here in San Diego. I mean, you rent a house for $2,000, you buy that house, it costs $3,500. That's just how it works. That the idea of, the homes increasing in value is built into the price points. People say, oh, rents have gone up. Rents haven't gone up. I've looked at rents. I've looked at rents for commercial and for residential. Rents are down. Rents are down. Everything's down. So, people who are paying that $3,000 mortgage payment, you can probably live in the same house right down the street that's for rent for $1,800. And so you can save yourself that money. You short sale the home. If you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy before that, you go ahead and remove all your debt. Short sell the home. Now you just saved yourself an absolute ton of money. And even though you've done the short sale, there's a very good chance because you filed the Chapter 7 that your score will go higher. So how nice would that be? If you're ridden with debt or if you have a lot of credit card debt, medical bills, collections, and so forth, you go and you file, get rid of those. You go short sell your home. Since you filed, all the stuff attached to that is gone. No worries. You go and live in a house that's the exact same size, maybe even nicer, for $1,000 or more or less per month. And you have no debt. Your credit score goes up. This is why I bring these things up. When you talk about solutions, I'm talking about solutions. People can sit here and talk about the problems. I'm giving you the solution. Now, if you want to get a free consultation on bankruptcy and to understand how it works, the only person I recommend is William McDonald with the McDonald Legal Group. Okay, he's the best in Southern California. He cares about you. He wants to help you and your family make the best decision. He doesn't push bankruptcy on people. He advises you based on what he knows, his knowledge of the bankruptcy code. It's written to protect you. Give him a call, 858-437-0103. Okay, 858-437-0103 to get your free consultation with William McDonald. Then the next thing you do is you move over. Say, all right, now we're going to short sale the home. And in doing that, we're going to save our credit. We're going to do a lot of good things. Call Real Estate Solutions San Diego. You can visit them online at SanDiegoResolutions.com, or you can call them 866-950-EASY. 866-950-EASY. Short sell your home. Short sell the home. Now you're in an awesome position. You take this bad situation, you turned it upside down, and you made it awesome. And that is what I'm talking about. So, we get further in this story. Let's read the quote here from Herbert Allison, who's an assistant to the Treasury Secretary. These states have identified a number of innovative programs that will make a real difference in the lives of many homeowners facing foreclosure. A real difference in the lives. Now, state officials said they would implement the programs in coming months. They're being administered by the housing finance agencies in each state. So they're being administered by the state. Oh boy, that means there's another skim in the skim, so to speak, if you're a casino fan. The movie Casino. Now, this is the part that really bothers me. They're being administered by the housing finance agency in each state, blah, 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 and are expected to help up to 75,000 households. Up to 75,000 households. Well, you know because you listen to the show,